What's up, guys? My name is Mike of Coed Gaming, and today I want to talk about the current state of modern games, particularly the challenge level of games. For anyone who doesn't know, I am a big fan of retro games. I love playing games on the NES, SNES, Genesis, N64, all that good stuff. There are tons of great games on all of those platforms, but all of them have one thing in common that cannot be said about a lot of modern games. These games are genuinely challenging. And not only are they challenging, they punish you if you do not have the proper skills to beat them. Here's an example. If you play a game like Castlevania, the first one on the NES, that game is relentlessly difficult, and it offers very little forgiveness for mistakes. There isn't a lot of room to mess up. The very first mistake you make can easily end the whole game, sending you back to the checkpoint. But if you die enough times, it sends you all the way back to the beginning of the level. And in some games, it sends you all the way back to the beginning of the entire game. So why is this important? Let's take a look at some modern games of today. Let's look at a game like Kirby's Epic Yarn, a continuation of the Kirby series, which was around during the NES. In that game, if you die, not only are you not penalized, but it puts you ahead of the obstacle. Meaning there was not only was there no repercussion for you failing, but instead you were rewarded. Why would a game reward you for sucking? It should never do that. It should punish you. It should say, you did not have enough skill to overcome this obstacle. Come back and try again. Look at a game like Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, and 3 for the NES. Those games are also extremely difficult, but they give you unlimited continues. But if you die, you go all the way back to the beginning of the level. It makes you think, okay, I need to get better because it's not gonna just let me slip by every time. Now let's look at a game series like the Call of Duty series, you know, one of the most critically acclaimed, and I put that in air quotes, series of all time. In those games, if you die at any point during the campaign, what does it do? It just puts you back at the checkpoint, and you can just keep going from there. Sometimes checkpoints are 5 and 10 minutes apart, making it feel like you're just constantly safe. At any time, you could die and be put back at a checkpoint where you're about 5 steps behind where you were. There's no genuine challenge anymore. Look at a game like Super Mario Bros. 3, the airship level. My god, what a relentlessly challenging level that was. I will never forget the first time I played that level. To this day, I don't even know how I managed to slip by. If I played it today, I would not be able to beat it. I haven't played that level in so long that I'm rusty. But you see that? Because I haven't played it in so long, I no longer have the ability to beat it. Meanwhile, modern games like the new Devil May Cry, where they're so lenient, granted there are higher difficulties, but they're so lenient on you that you could die and not really feel like you're gonna be penalized. If you played a game like, say, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, say you get up to Bald Bull and you lose, you don't start off right at Bald Bull again. If that was the case, it would. If this was the case in a modern game, a modern Punch-Out, you would start right back at Bald Bull. Oh wait! You do! In the new Punch-Out for the Wii, if you die, well not die, but get knocked out by any of the other boxers, it doesn't put you back at the boxer before them like it did with the NES Punch-Out, with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Instead, you get another shot right at the first guy, right at the guy you were on. Essentially telling you that as soon as you beat that last guy, you can forget everything that you just learned. You don't need to remember it because now you're on to the next guy. But that doesn't make a lot of sense to me because it's allowing the player to lose their skill in exchange for a set of skills needed to defeat the next boxer. That's just Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but I think you get the idea. Modern games these days genuinely do not challenge the player. And that's why I want to mention the Mega Man series as well. The Mega Man series is known for having checkpoints in the levels, but usually it's only 1, maybe 2 if you're lucky. If you die before reaching the checkpoint, you go all the way back to the beginning of the level. You get no forgiveness. If you die after the checkpoint, you start at the checkpoint. But if you die too many times, it doesn't matter if you got the checkpoint. You are back at the beginning of the level. And that's what I find so interesting about Mega Man 9 and 10. Those games came out recently. They were considered extremely difficult by those who played it. But that's because this generation of gamers was not raised on difficult games. They were raised on games that hold your hand all the way through and provide absolutely no challenge. That's why I want to see more games with genuine challenge. I'm not just saying a game that's hard. There's plenty of games that are hard. I'm saying a game that is not only challenging, but it makes you feel penalized when you don't win. A game is supposed to be a test of your skill, and if you don't have the skill, you need to go back and get better. You can't have your hand held the entire way through and expect to brisk your way through the game. That's not how it works. I mean, that's not how it used to work, unfortunately. That's how it works now. Let's look at a game like Super Mario Sunshine, or Super Mario 64, or Galaxy. Those games are extremely difficult, because those games are made by a first party. Those are true Nintendo games. Those games were made to challenge you, and they do. I'm currently playing through Super Mario Sunshine as I record this. Well, I don't have the controller in my hand, but I'm in the process of playing through the game. I've got about 35 stars, and those stars, some of them have of course been easy, but some of them I felt genuinely frustrated trying to get some of those stars. Some of them are genuinely challenging, and if you die, you go all the way back to the beginning. On one hand, I don't like having to do the same level over again, but it makes me feel that much more satisfied when I finally do beat the level, because it means that I acquired the skills needed to beat the level. Modern games these days really don't offer that, and I don't understand why. I understand that they need to appeal to a broader audience so they make the games easier so anyone can get into them, but that's horse shit. There's some things that are not meant for others. Kids are not meant to drive cars, and people who are not good at video games are not meant to play hard video games. You want to play a hard video game? Get good at it. That's the best advice I can give. And to all the developers, just make hard games. I mean, look at Keiji Inafune, the creator of Mega Man. Look what he's doing with Mighty Number 9. I can bet my bottom dollar that game is going to be hard as b****s, and I can't wait to play it because I want a genuine challenge. Sometimes you need to learn how to lose before you can learn how to win. Make sure to subscribe to Coed Gaming. And until next time, guys, peace.